And now for something completely different.
What's going on YouTube? Well, it's time to check out something completely different on my channel. This video comes with a very unique request. It actually came highly requested from Napalm Records. That's right, you heard me correctly. The label, Napalm Records, recommended this band to me. So here's how it all started. I contacted Napalm Records to see if I could do an interview with Brittany Slays from Unleash the Archers. Well, it turns out she is actually on tour now. I thought that some things were canceled and maybe had a little free time, but no, she's playing a show almost every night until like mid-October. So good for them. But their PR person followed up by saying that there are quite a few bands under their label who have a historic theme to them. And she said I should really check out Ad Infinitum. So I said, yeah, I'll check it out, right? So I started kind of researching and things, and I guess they have one album out, and it's all about the French Revolution. So right away, like, yeah. And then I watched a video from their lead singer, Melissa Bonney, where she kind of explained all of the tracks of the album. And at that point, I realized, I think I'm going to love this. I don't really know what their sound is like, but thematically, I already completely appreciate it. Now, if you just read their bio, it says that the band is from Switzerland. But then I guess it turns out that the singer is in Denmark. And then as far as the other three band members, one is in Sweden and the other two live in Germany. So,
I don't know.
Either way, I've prepared something special. You may have seen in one of my earlier videos with Brothers in Metal and Saltatio Mortis, Viking's Blood, Danish Mead, right? Well, I found this little gem when I was out on my camping trip at a random liquor store. It's from the same Danish company, except it's got sour apple juice, hops, and cinnamon added to the honey mead. So it's still like you're raiding the English countryside, right? But except like in a comfy sweater, right? Maybe with the leaves falling and things like that. So anyways, this will go nicely, hopefully, with this video. So without further ado, let's go ahead and check out the song. I guess it's a good sign when my cheeks are already getting red, right? It's good stuff. So, but if you could see the picture above the screen, that's the album cover for basically their first and only album so far. And if you squint really hard, maybe you could see it says Chapter 1, Monarchy. So I'm getting even more excited because anybody who's been on my channel know I love a thematic approach to music. So hopefully there's going to be a Chapter 2 and a Chapter 3 and so on. And we can take a nice little journey through history. Now, I do happen to know a decent amount about the French Revolution. I'm not going to spend a ton of time with it. Maybe when I listen to the song and the lyrics, something will pop out and we could maybe talk about it really quick. I did notice there's no captions, so fingers crossed I can understand the lyrics, because this could be a bunch of death growls and I won't hear anything, so who knows. But anyways, let's go ahead and check it out. Love that. And I did notice all the plague masks in the album cover. Dude, what a great intro. Okay, let's talk about this really quick. Super cool intro. Never mind all the, I don't even know if I'd call those plague masks because they're a lot more stylized than that, right? They look like bird skulls and things, right? It's still creepy as hell. But what I'm loving so far, aside from the amazing sound, is just the color palette of this video is incredible. With editing, you become all too aware of color variations and things like that, and it's always a work in progress, right? But look at, in this video, kind of like the contrast between the blues and the reds. It's amazing visually already. You could tell it's a very high quality video. And then after this, the harsh beginning, I heard a little almost like plucking violin sound that kind of pulls it back and sounds, I don't know, what did it sound like? Kind of Baroque-y, or I don't know, but really neat. See how the blue contrasts with the red flames?
This was your final chance, a chance you didn't take. Like the lightning, we will fall on your golden wealth. This was your final dance, your final reverence. Now on your eyes and you can see our torches burning. No turning back, our army will attack. Your dynasty ends tonight. We are the army of silent cries, marching on your denial. We are the justice for those who died, for the glory of Versailles. The day has come, the unwanted are rising. The day has come, and now the fates are changing. The day has come, and new horizons shining. The day has come, from your the crossroad. Hear the symphony.
Oh man, okay. So much to talk about here. I wish I had like taken notes, right? Let's talk about the lyrics first. Some of the things that pop through. The Army of Silent Cries, I think, something like that, right? The biggest thing that came to light, kind of like when you look at the French Revolution, is just the tremendous disconnect between nobility, right, and royalty, and the peasantry, right? Just a huge disconnect, and not just in lifestyle, but just in being completely oblivious of like anything outside the palace walls. Everybody kind of knows that really famous line by Marie Antoinette, right? When she was told that the people were starving, she says, well, just let them eat cake, right? And again, she probably meant well. She's thinking, well, I don't have any bread in the kitchen or wherever. I could turn around and there's some cake. Just let them have the alternative. You know, but we all realize that's kind of like saying, I don't have any clean drinking water. Say, well, just go drink scotch then or something, right? It's just such a disconnect from like the 99% of your population, right? And I'll have to listen to it again, but something about your denials, right? So again, they're just being oblivious to needing it to change anything, right? And you also have to remember too that the American Revolution had already kind of happened at this point. So once you crack that seal and people realize that it doesn't have to be that way, it didn't take very long, right? So now that we got some of the lyrics out of the way, musically, I really like the choices they're making. You'll notice now that they went back into the verse again, it's a completely different, like, almost like a different riff. It's a different, certainly a different drum riff going on. So every time they get a new piece of the song, it doesn't really repeat itself. It always feels kind of like fresh and new. And during that chorus, I heard some growls going on, like layering in there. So I'm just going to guess that's one of the other artists or the other musicians. You just can't see their faces. So I'm interested to know who that was. So anyways, let's back up a little bit and just listen to how this sounds totally different than the first verse. Beautiful voice, beautiful. And I like that chord it hits. You know, it just kind of resolves very nicely. I'm not smart enough to know if that's a major chord, but it sounds like it because it feels bright. It's almost like you're coming over a hill and you see the sun shining, right? So let's listen to that again really quick. But her voice has so much clarity. Absolutely beautiful. Tons of control. Listen how it does this right. It's got to be a major chord. hear the voice. Wait a minute. So there she is going right there. The layering was probably her. She's probably laying down all the vocal tracks for this. That was her growling. Let's listen to that again. I can't wait to edit this and see my dumb shit look on my face there. I had a mixture of surprise and not quite knowing what the hell I was looking at. So we got another one of those bait and switches, huh? Yeah. How do you go from that sound to this sound? How do you do that? Like, I've heard like Floor do that. It's kind of quiet. It's that. I'm going to talk about this growl in a minute. But that's her screaming, her growling. I don't want to hear anymore. Okay. Because I want to binge the hell out of this later. Okay, let's talk about this. Okay, so I have to say huge thank you to Natalie from Napalm Records for throwing me down this rabbit hole. I couldn't be happier because if the rest of the album is like this, you know, but different and telling a story, you know, and I looked at some of the names of the songs, right? And that's, of course, Marching on Versailles, you know, I jumped right on that one. But it looks like it does tell a progressive story throughout. And when she explained kind of the breakdown, I can't wait to delve in and just check it all out. What do you get? Okay, I just kind of had a moment here. What do you get when you take just very smart songwriting, like a Nightwish caliber, and you throw in some of the technical chops that you see like with Unleash the Archers, and then you take a historical framework that you get from Sabaton mixed with just some amazing, I mean, the quality of this video and the just the color choices and all of that, the production choices, I would put it up there with like Falling in Reverse. I mean, just all of the elements of the things that I love about the artists that I've visited so far. This is like one complete package. Now, again, this could be just one great song and all the rest are just kind of like, you know, but I guess I'll have to find out. So anyway, completely amazing. I cannot wait to check out more. Thank you for joining me. If this is your first time here, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, blah, 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 right? But yeah, let me know some more about this incredible band, this singer. She's been in some other stuff. I don't know who the hell anybody else is in the band. But either way, hopefully I'll see you in the comments or elsewhere, Discord, wherever. Just look for the links. But until then, everybody, please be safe, be healthy, and be nice to each other.